Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E, put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You get in this place. E&E, the shit that I claim, you dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, infill cups of Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through on transparency. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Put your boys E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business starter fees. Street blues, what I taught, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane nonstop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be parted. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Get her, ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the BBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's
tickets.
go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
I have to flip you up an hour, y'all, man. Y'all apologize, man. You got to get straight to it, man.
Yeah. Glitch the
We
guarantee.
got to talk about it.
2020 got me seeing so clear.
Hey,
Put your boy
after
shit.
that, we got to get straight to it. You know,
Motion glitch.
you know we're going to do it out of this, man. Let's go, man.
We cool, nigga. This is the
Boogie
cool.
Major.
We on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down, and we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit. Killing in vain is vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves from these planted trees. Okay. Don't break the code, the family. Okay. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow was classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat is it Japanese. Yeah. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers, we Guapanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Sick. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Sick. Study the gang, now they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Okay. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher shit. E&E clip we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, bang. These rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin'. Like we sponsored by Spalding. Poor looking for the fall in. Soldiers all fall in. And we go all in. While we listening to all in. While you all talking. We smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin. Glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga. Perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick, and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off for 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom. To try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk. Let me lock in. Show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I'll be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Butcher boyed up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This the guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah. Early on Saturday. We come back. We here early on a Saturday, man. I was gonna start the show an hour earlier, but when I woke up, you know, when I don't have anything important to do on a Saturday morning, like if I was going to overtime at work or I had like a football game I gotta go film or something like that, or any prior games that I typically or sometimes often schedule for early Saturday, because sometimes I do have to get up early on Saturdays. I don't set my alarm when I don't have anything to do, and I see how long my body allows me to sleep in. When we got done with the listeners, shout out to my brother King Els. We had the listening party last night for the classic album. You understand me? Trill Vibes 2. You did. Shout out to my brother King Els, man. You know, Fire album, go get it. It's on YouTube. You know what I mean? Just type my brother name in, KINGL', man. You know what I'm saying? You can go get all of L's music over there. We got some other stuff cooking too. Last night's show was fire. You know what I'm talking about? Thanks for everybody for tapping in, showing that support. Like I say, man, we about to have the perks from the membership. I encourage everybody to become a member. And the reason why I do that, hold on, let me come up real quick. I encourage everybody to do that because You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of good things going on. Businesses is becoming successful. You know what I'm saying? When you become a membership, or when you become a member of A Real Talk Podcast, you know, you start getting some perks, man. We're about to have it to where we're gonna be able to ship our products with our wine. So, you know, you get wine, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have access to live shows we're gonna be doing, wine tasting events we're gonna be having. You get access to exclusive content, members only content, you know what I'm talking about? It's all type of perks you're gonna get. So, you know what I mean? All type of events where, you know, like say we'll do like a quarterly thing where we'll have subscribers, we'll have dedicated subscribers and members, you know what I'm saying, when do something like if y'all decide to come to Columbus, Ohio for any reason, you know, dinner's on us. You know what I'm talking about? We'll make sure you get a nice meal, you know what I'm saying? Or to put together a package thing, like, you know what I'm saying, to show love our subscribers. You know, so you come out to Columbus, Ohio, man, you come to this event, and it'll be totally free for you, something like that. You know what I mean? We be about to have real nice events going on, man, with the wine tastings and other things we got going on. So, you know what I mean? For y'all brothers, you know what I'm saying, for instance, you know what I'm saying, becoming a member, you know what I'm saying, we give you access to, you know what I'm saying, we have our men's group and stuff like that. You know, just all type of little perks you can get for becoming a member and showing that support. You know what I'm talking about? Over here at A Real Talk Podcast, A Real Talk Media, LLC is my company, you feel me? And we're about to begin some more content for y'all, more interviews, more, you know what I'm saying, in the field, you know what I mean? And just diversifying the content, you feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? So we appreciate all the support. 20 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers, man. And I'm telling y'all right now, listen, and I appreciate this too. Building an organic audience on YouTube is not easy. It's not easy at all. You hear me? Especially in times we're living in now. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all 980 current subscribers, man. And you know what I mean, who I know they aren't bots. I didn't pay for any of this stuff. You feel me? This is people who tap in, watch the content, share the content. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all for supporting, because, you know what I'm saying, even since YouTube switched up the basically the criteria, just because they made it easier doesn't mean that it is. See, that's why I think a lot of people, I'm gonna do a show on this too. I think people out there got misconstrued. It's not easy to get subs doing genuine things in order for, and this is why they lowered the bar for that, because they want people, it's encouraging people to do stupid shit just to get likes, shares, and views and subscribers and all that stuff. And people don't understand that even if you don't get a lot of subscribers, even if you don't get a lot of views, right? That doesn't mean that they're not using your content that you make and profiting from it. And I always say it's like it's designed to make you quit, even though they apparently seemingly made it easier. Because if you're not following a certain criteria and making your content, it won't go into the algorithm. You got to talk about certain things. It's like they creating these digital lanes. Like if you're going to be on our platform talking, in order for it to be successful, you got to talk about this, gender wars. You got to talk about this, anime. You got to talk about this. And I understand what it's doing, right? The thing is, you got to figure out what it's doing, right? But today, I just wanted to share that with y'all real quick, man. You know what I'm talking about? Don't get stuff misconstrued, man. Just because somebody got 980,000 subscribers, man, that doesn't mean they is teaching anybody anything, or should I say that doesn't mean that the content is necessarily good, right? You did. But yeah, though, man. Today, man, we're gonna talk about this, and this is crazy right here, right? I'm not eating caffeine tonight. Yeah, man. This illegal immigrant situation is getting worse and worse by the day. And you know what I'm saying? This is why I rock with the people who I rock with, man, and support the content creators that I support, you know what I'm talking about? Because it's a beautiful thing, you know what I'm talking about, when you actually come across, and this is one of the reasons why what's happening on social engineering is happening now, because you know they don't want us to be uniting across illusory lines of boundaries of states and countries and shit like that, man. You feel me? You know, like minds is being attracted from all different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that absolutely is not desired. I want us to be uniting with each other, man. And hold on, I gotta cam up for this, man. When I'm saying some real ish, I gotta cam up on y'all, man. When I say stuff like this, man. Listen, man. They do not want us to be united. Get that out y'all's head. You think that sending literally millions of people who don't speak our language illegally coming here, getting all the benefits that we're supposed to get, you think that's going to create peace, prosperity, growth in a positive way? Do you think that's going to be good? No, absolutely not. So to sit here and argue about policy and all that stuff, to some degree, is pointless. To think that these are a matter of politics, to think that most of this stuff, especially with this illegal immigration situation, because it's been going on forever, to think that it's a matter of policy concerning it being done with, I think to some degrees is very, very asinine. You gotta understand the people we dealing with and who run this country, right? And what the end game is. And since most of us are not willing to even walk down the street of that goddamn conversation, it's cool to think and make it all about the policies is better from this party or that party, right? You got to understand why these illegals are being brought here, allowed to come here. You have to understand what the end game is. And if you're not even willing to question what the end game is, and I think what a lot of y'all is, y'all really don't know the end game. Y'all think y'all do, but y'all really don't. And I think when certain conversations are had, like say for what I'm willing to entertain, that's where the conspiracy stuff gets to get thrown in there. And I just always think when people throw up the term conspiracy theory, that means that's information that's beyond their scope of believability that they're not even willing to look at. So there's no possible way that you could know the full scope of anything if you're not willing to look at all information connected to it. Good, bad, and different. Right? And I know what it is too. A lot of people aren't wanting to face the truth of the inevitable. It's comfortable for a lot of us in our mind to make things about what we mostly think and believe they are, outside of what we actually know they are. And it's the innate feeling. It's an innate feeling. You just know something's wrong. You can't put your finger on it, It's like a splinter in your mind, right? But you know it's there. So, and it's comfortable to go along with what you think the situation is versus what you know the situation is. And a lot of us don't want to admit that we just don't know. And not that we don't know because we can't know, because we don't want to know. Big difference. Like with this illegal immigration situation, right? These people come from Central South America, and don't ever get it twisted with me or any brother who I rock with, my brother Red Supreme, you know what I'm saying? My brother Mr. O, who's living in Chicago and LA, and goddamn it, experienced this stuff full throttle now. Chicago, been experiencing it in LA, California for the past 60-something years. I think it's very, how can I say it, man? I think it's very uncouth to think that just because you from a certain region and something ain't happening in your region, that it can't happen in your region when someone's from another region who has full-on firsthand life experience with what's coming to your region and trying to warn you about what's coming to your region, and you versus soaking up that game and preparing yourself in whatever way you need to, right? For when your region started experiencing what that person's region has been experiencing, I think it would behoove you to listen to that game, so to speak, and soak that up. Why? So you can be aware when it start happening in your region, you can make the proper moves you need to make when you start recognizing it's happening in your region where you thought it couldn't happen. And this is a perfect example that I would like to use with this illegal immigration situation. I knew when I got locked up in 2010, I was in the county jail, right? I was in the county jail, Columbus, Ohio, Franklin County Jail, right? Yeah, you already know, G. What's up, you G's? I got my man G's and my man Deformed Pretty Boy. Look, and I mean, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely insane, DPB, man. When I was locked up in Franklin County Jail in 2010, and we have two facilities. We have the downtown Franklin County Corrections 1, and out here, not too far from where I work at, we have a facility called FCC2, Franklin County Correction Center 2, or AKA the Workhouse on Jackson Pike. Oddly enough, Jackson Pike is like literally next door to the wastewater treatment facility in Franklin County. Right? Always smell like straight shit out there. Right? And what I noticed when I was in the county all of 2010, fighting my case that I ended up going to prison for, don't ever, listen, man, don't ever stay in jail to fight your case. But sometimes when you got a certain case, if you was to like try to bond out, it would make it something that the feds could snatch up. Don't put yourself in that situation. You feel me? Don't break the law, man. Just, find ways to get money legally. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, what I noticed when I was in jail the entire year, I noticed the influx of illegal immigrants coming in from Mexico. Literally hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, over a course of like 10 months. I can remember at times when I was locked up in the workhouse for 2010, I recall numerous times when it was like 6, 7 Mexicans in the tank, man. I'm talking about, and if you know anything about, if you're from Columbus or you know anything about Jackson Pike, you can Google it. It's a pretty big facility of its kind. So I just remember going back and forth in court in 2010 and like, just like, damn, man, they got Spanish interpreters down here now. Like, you know, they got it's like literally hundreds of these illegals. Cause I used to talk to them when they come in there because it was such a. I started noticing this in 2010 in Columbus, man. And I'm telling y'all, they don't speak English. They be criminals. A lot of these guys work for the cartels. Man, listen, man. You feel me? They telling me we get sent back, we just come back. And I knew then that this was going to be an issue by the time I come home. And by the time I came home, it was still in its burgeoning stage. But now it's reaching a point to where I'm starting to see. I see the food trucks everywhere. I see the tire shops. I see the Mexican treat shops that sell the little fruit pops and the ice cream and the Mexican snacks, like I would say food you would get out the movie theater. I see the crews at the gas station in my neighborhood specifically, and especially with their paint and their lawn equipment. I see the Mexican restaurants just popping up everywhere. I go to shopping center right up here the street from my crib where Kroger at and Family Dollar and all that. And when you go in the store, who's working in there? Mexican people. They don't speak English. I'm telling you, man, go to Kroger. There's no food. You got to go early in the week, because if you wait till the weekend, the Mexican people be in there. And I don't know if they're, man, let me correct myself, Latino people. You feel me? I ain't going to necessarily say Mexican. Let me apologize for that. That could have been from Venezuela. That could be from anywhere, right? But I'm seeing it, though. And the reason why I say they Mexican, because I know Mexicans and Venezuelans don't really get along with each other. So, you know what I'm saying? With the food you would get from a Venezuelan restaurant ain't gonna be the same as you would get from a Mexican restaurant. It'll be similar, but not the same. And that was always the crazy, and that's what I used to always, because you know what I'm saying, like I don't speak Spanish, but due to me studying etymology and English, and just actually, you know, I used to be in the streets and stuff, you know what I'm saying? One of my connects was a Mexican nigga. He used to be all the way out, you know what I'm saying, in a certain region of the city. And I used to have to communicate with this dude and his nephews. His nephew spoke good English, but he didn't speak English so good, though. But I could still communicate with him because I don't speak Spanish, but I understand it. You feel me? And I can understand it to the point where I could communicate with him on my own effectively. But his nephew was the go-between and shit. He spoke real good English with an accent. You feel me? But yeah, they don't even speak the language. You know what I'm saying? But and you find out when you find out that language. Listen, y'all, and I'm gonna do a show on this. When you was locked up with people, specifically with these illegal immigrants coming from mostly Mexico and Venezuela in our country now. At the time, it was Mexico. You know what I'm saying? But when you sit down and you in a confined space with them, you find that language is really a barrier. That's why I call it language barrier. Language is really blocking communication. Language spoken is not effective, let's say, universal communication. Now, we just happen to speak the same language, or like if I happen to speak English good or speak Spanish good, that's a plus. But what's the universal language that no matter what language I speak out my mouth, you speak out your mouth, we still can understand and interact and communicate with each other, right? And you learn when you're in confined spaces with people, you find that, you know what I'm saying, you can find ways to communicate with people comprehensively without speaking. You did. And what I've gained from just being You know, the dudes from Mexico, from Venezuela, Costa Rica, Belize. I was locked up with a couple, but most of the illegals that I came across when I was locked up, they were Mexican. They're from Mexico. They're from all Tepic, Mexico. So when I did my research into Mexico, into Tepic, Mexico, where I found a lot of the illegals from Mexico was coming from when they was coming through Columbus. These niggas was criminals, man. They work for the cartels. You feel me? Or they either, you know what I'm saying, was just the degenerates. You feel me? In there for sexual assault cases, in there for public intoxication type stuff, stealing. You feel me? Theft and shit like that. And that's when I started noticing, like, and don't get me wrong, being locked up, you see that these people are, I mean, just because you break the law don't mean you're a bad person, but it just make you understand, like, you know what I'm saying? If somebody come from another country that's pure sufferation, so you think we got it bad in America, they got it 10 times worse in places like Mexico. It's being poor in America ain't the same as being poor in fucking Tepic, Mexico. I'm gonna tell you right now, being poor in Columbus, Ohio ain't the same as being poor in Tepic, Mexico. It's way different. They don't have welfare in Mexico. You feel? Their government doesn't give them money when they don't work or nothing like that. Why do you think the cartels run shit so much down there? Right? So y'all gotta peep what's going on. They're bringing these people up here for specific reasons, and it's very strategic. It's very strategic, you know? And I want us specifically to be able to understand the issues that are involved with what we are experiencing right now and where it comes from and where it's actually going and the end game to all of this. Right? You know what I'm saying? Notice, like I said, they're not sending the cream of the crop of Venezuelan society, Mexican society, Costa Rican society, Belizean society, Panamanian society, El Salvadoran society, Chilean society, Brazilian society, Colombian society. None of these countries were over here in our area of the world, North, Central, and South America, even the Caribbean islands. They're not sending the cream of the crop over here as illegals, man. They're sending the worst people of the worst people. We already got a criminal issue in our country. We don't need millions of more undocumented criminals who we do not have amnesty, or we don't have who we don't have goddamn it, what's the word I'm looking for here, man? We don't have any type of treaties, any type of extradition laws with each other. You know what I'm saying? We don't exchange information with a lot of countries when it comes to our criminal element or our numbers and percentages or information on people who we have known to break the law. We're not even incommunicado with certain countries in these regions to get this information. So when these illegals come here, we don't know who the hell they are. Yeah. Right. And that's a fact, man. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not people in Mexico with that money. But just like the former Freedom Sport said, everybody that got money don't want to live in America. I know if I was rich, I would move from America if I could too, and I found somebody somewhere that suited my needs to live, like you know, as far as taxes and all that stuff. Yeah, they're upper class of Mexican society. Don't want to move to America. They good over there, man. It's all the poor people they're sending here. All the dregs of the society. And I'm glad that you brought that up, the foreign pretty boy, man. Because that's what I always be stressing to people. They're not sending the cream of the crop of their society over here. It's not doctors and lawyers and people who are upper crust of Mexican society that's like, we're fed up with Mexico, we're leaving. It's the people like us, the working class, the bourgeoisie, if you would, the Mexican bourgeoisie. It's all of them, and they literally are opening up their insane asylums, their prisons, their jails, their facilities for corrective and correction behavior. That's who they're sending up. That's who's coming up here, crossing the border illegally. You think wealthy people in Mexico want to leave Mexico when they have no issues in Mexico? They're actually in partnership to some extent with the cartels. Listen here, make no mistake about it. Mexican companies, Mexican corporations, because we got a lot of Mexican billionaires, man, right? They're in business in partnership with the cartels. You have to be a dumbass to not even know that, to understand that. How do you think the cartels got so much power? You think when people are scared of the cartels? You think these people that run Earth is scared of the cartels? Do y'all understand who runs, operates, and controls the global drug trade? It ain't the cartels. It is absolutely not Chapo. He ain't run shit outside of what he was allowed to run. He didn't control global drug traffic. He didn't even control regional drug traffic. Y'all got to understand what's going on here, man. So when these people come up to our country from fleeing their war-torn, asset-stripped, economically destructed governments with the help of the U.S. government, and let's just call them Big Brother, right? Understand that the American government has a big hand and role in the economic destruction of all these countries where these people are being just flooded from. We're being invaded, so to speak. And this is all part of the plan. I talk to y'all about this stuff all the time, man. UN Agenda 20 for global sustainability. That's what this is all about. They want to send the dregs of the poorest people in all the nations of the Western Hemisphere, be it from Mexico, Central America, South America, Caribbean islands, even other people from all over the world. And they're being brought here to economically destroy America in order to make America bow its knees, which our politicians and leaders have already done. As they sit and watch the ship sink and burn at the same time, they played a huge part in making it happen because globalization is on the horizon. Y'all have to be able to understand what is actually going on. That's crazy. And American citizens, we get treated like crap. And when these people come here illegally in their millions from all over Central and South America, other parts of the world, Caribbean, mostly from Central and South America, though, y'all got to understand what type of people is coming up here. These are people who are poor people like a lot of us. And let me tell y'all, most of us are poor. Even if you financially stable, man, most of us are the working poor. Most of us. That's why we got to hustle and move and shake just to make ends meet. When I say we're poor, I don't mean mentally, I mean financially. Went to Mexico. That happened in Mexico, the foreign pretty boy took your money and let you go. That's fucked up. Like, I don't, if I go to Mexico, I'm going to go to resort Mexico. I'm not going to nowhere where I mess around and go to jail and get back. Definitely ain't breaking no laws if I go to Mexico. For sure not breaking no laws. But they're sending the worst of the worst up here, man. They're not sending the creme de la creme. They're sending the worst people. When I say worst, I don't mean all of these people are bad. I don't mean all of these people are criminals, although a nice majority of them are. What I'm saying is they're sending people who they're sending people who are economically stricken. They're sending their working class up here. They're sending their people like us. You see them in the factories. You see them at the fast food spots. You see them at the retail spots. You see them working the jobs that we average Americans normally work. Right? They're getting our benefits. We're starting to see them in our area, our what we call PJs, projects, government housing. You feel me? Anything with a name in it like terrace or gardens or arms. You feel me? Any apartment complex area that has the names terrace, arms, or gardens, that's government housing. They're either going to have a green or a blue or now I think red doors painted on these apartment facilities. While you was in Guadalajara, and then that's like a resort area. So yeah, you got to be extra careful and be real diligent when you're traveling abroad. And don't be traveling abroad to get abroad. Unless you had sex confirmation before you got flight confirmation. That's just some game for you off subject a little bit. You did? Shout out to my brother Rain Man. You feel me? E&E all day, every day, no days off, man. He said, my man Deformed Pretty Boy said he at the airport right now. They all up in here. Yup. When I worked at the convention center last summer doing security, all the cleaning staff for the Columbus Convention Center were Latino. I'm not going to say if they were Mexican or not because I don't know specific if they were Mexican. I never interacted or conversed with them when I worked there, so I don't know. But they were Latino for sure. And the amount of number of them that worked there at the convention center was crazy. It was like a private contracting company. And when it comes to the cleaning staff at the convention center, I know they had three different cleaning agencies that keep the convention center clean. And one of them, I can't remember the name of it, that wore the red polo shorts and stuff with the khakis. All of this entire company that worked at the Columbus Convention Center, they were all Latinos. None of them really spoke too much. It was like only like the leaders of position, like the managers. They was the only ones who spoke English even decently. The rest of them did not speak English at all. And I'm telling you, I can't remember the name of this company, but it was about 15 of them. The convention center used 3 different cleaning companies, contractors, to keep the convention center clean. Sometimes they would be working at the same time, and sometimes they did it in shifts. One company would clean in the morning, one company come in the afternoon, the other comes at night. And the convention center is a big, huge building. Trust me. So I used to do security there. And let me tell you this one specific company was nothing but Latinos. It was a crew of maybe like 15 to 20 of them. When they come in those numbers like that, they're not all legal citizens, man. I want y'all to understand that. And they make it all the way up here to Ohio from the border. How is that possible? Okay, you went in the tour stuff. You was in the city. Okay, yeah. He said he was in the city. He wasn't in the sweet part. He wasn't in what we would say like Miami Beach. He was in Guadalajara, what I'm saying, where the tourists go, what I'm saying, where it's nice at, what I'm saying, and you cross that river, you cross that bridge or that highway, and you in the slums, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, he said Guadalajara got the real white. Yeah, they got the real white Mexicans. I heard that before, Pretty Boy. I heard that about Guadalajara, man. I always wanted to go there when I was a kid because I used to see the pictures of it and stuff. And it was a package that you would win on The Price is Right and stuff like that if you won. But I've also, as I've grown up and been locked up with people from Mexico, especially from that region, They say Guadalajara is nice where you go to when you at the beach, but when you go into the city, like yes, Guadalajara ain't sweet. You know what I'm talking about? And I've heard that the Mexicans that got the money and stuff out there, and all classes of the white Mexicans is wild. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be aware of certain things, man. And the main thing is when these people come to our country illegally, they still be repping the country where they from, where they fled from. And that always used to boggle my mind because I used to have the conversations with these dudes, man. And I'm like, they got Mexico flag tattooed on them. They got Costa Rican flag tattoo on. They say they all be, a lot of these guys do be members of criminal organizations. Like when I was locked up, it was a lot of Mexican dudes from Tepic, Mexico. I can't remember the name of the organization a lot of them dudes were from as a gang, man. But they had little tattoos on their right hand in between here. You feel me? And it was like a goddamn it, like a fucking I can't even think of what those things is called, man. Like a ice. It was like an ice pick. You know what I'm saying? It's an ice pick. They have this tattoo on their hands like an ice pick, and around the ice pick was like a sombrero or some type of Mexican looking like a hat. And it was like I can't remember the name of it, but a lot of the Mexican niggas was having that tattoo when I was locked up, man. And I was locked up in a joint with a lot of them dudes too. They were sending a lot of dudes I was in the county with who was illegal immigrants and was worried about getting deported back to Mexico. A lot of them dudes got sent to the joint, and I was in CRC with a lot of them. I was locked up in CRC with one of the Mexican dudes I was locked up with in the county. And CRC is the reception processing center where all the inmates in the southern region of Ohio come to before they get sent to their parent institution. Yeah, I heard about Tijuana too, man. But even after all of this sufferation, and I think this should be studied too. After all this sufferation and economic strife from their home countries, they still have almost to a level of xenophobic pride. You feel me? What is xenophobia? You know what I'm saying? And this has a lot to do with delusion too, for real, man. You know what I mean? Y'all know what xenophobia is, man? Let me pop it up on the screen for y'all real quick. Xenophobia is the fear or hatred of people who are perceived as different, often based on their nationality, ethnicity, race, or religion. It can also refer to the fear of anything that's perceived as foreign or strange. All right? I'm going to repeat this, right? Xenophobia is the fear or hatred of people who are perceived as different, often based on their nationality, ethnicity, race, or religion. It can also refer to the fear of anything that is perceived as foreign or strange. Strange. My bad. And this is a mindset that has been ingrained into the fabric freaking fibers of the psyche of a lot of Latin society, right? And this is why these people come up here to our countries after going through extreme levels of poverty and sufferation in their home countries, right? And still have pride enough in their homeland, right? Being indoctrinated through xenophobia to have the nerve to come up here in our goddamn it faces telling us we lazy, but they coming up here illegally, siphoning and sucking all our energy and resources that we supposed to be getting up. They got the nerve to wave the flag of that piece of shit ass shithole country they come from and think that they're better than us. That mentality right there is ingrained into the very people who are the rejects of these countries' societies. These are the dregs of Mexican society, Venezuelan society, the poor people, the underclass, the bourgeoisie, the proles, the proletariat. My fault, not the bourgeoisie, the proletariat, the proles, as if they're referred to, as they are referred to in 1984 dystopian novel by George Orwell. Call us the proles, the proletariat, the undesirables, the dregs of society, the poor people, the working class, the working poor. These is equivalent to people who is on Section 8 and welfare, homeless people in America. We already have this issue in our country amongst our own population. Now we got a sizable equivalent population being specifically poor areas of our country, like Springfield, Ohio, south side of Chicago, Illinois, all over LA, completely took over California down there and created this quasi welfare state of illegals that we, the working class, working poor proletariat of America, is fucking paying for. We go work 40 hours plus a week to make overtime just so we can pay our goddamn bills. While all of our tax money that's just being blood sucked from our blood, sweat, and tears, and they paying for this bullshit with it. And these people have the nerve to come up here, not learn us, not learn our culture, respect us, find ways to interact and engage with us and learn and acclimate to American society. Nah, they come over here imposing theirs upon us. They get loans. They can open up food trucks without licenses from the health department. Serving carne asada of what God knows what fucking animal it come from. They're allowed to have businesses and stuff like that. They're moving into all the Section 8 housing. They're even putting up new developments just for these people. They're giving landlords and landowners and property developers discounts, incentives when they rent to these people before renting to us. We have to go on a Where Waldo search just to find decent housing, affordable housing, while they just giving it to these people. That right there is what's going to create tension. You think these people don't know the results of this stuff, man? So to say that this is bad policy, I think at some point that's just juvenile. If you don't understand that this is being done strategically and on purpose. And not to say that race doesn't play a card in it, because it do, but understand it's not all about that. Race is another card yet to get to the end game. Like I said, the last thing they want is poor white folks, poor black folks coming together. They don't want that. And don't make no mistake and be clear, most of the poor people in this country is white people. The largest group of people in America on welfare are white people. Contrary to proper opinion. Why do you think they're so mad? Did you see what the homie in Springfield said, what he called the Haitian illegal immigrants? He represents the majority of white America, poor, working class. Where's the white people of Springfield's white privilege that had absolutely zero say-so in them illegal immigrants coming to their city? I want y'all to understand, and I'm gonna do a show on this, the fallacy of so-called white privilege. Put 11 in the chat if you'd be interested in watching that. The fallacy of so-called white privilege. I don't think the white people of Springfield, Ohio, feel anything what resembles some type of privilege, and haven't been for quite some time. These people come here waving their flags, which I just think is just disrespectful, personally. I think that's just disrespectful. Y'all hear what happened with old Eric Adams, huh? Huh? What y'all think about what's going on with old Eric Adams out there in New York, man? I keep telling y'all, man, and you know, the more this thing progresses, man, the more we're going to review, the more the serpent is going to reveal itself, man. And if it have to consume some of itself, this is why we're telling y'all about the Ouroboros agenda, man. It has to consume a part of itself, which means it's going to have to expose a part of itself before consuming it. It will do that. And that's what we're seeing now with all this crazy stuff going on, right? But make no mistake, man, this stuff with this illegal immigration situation is being done strategically, right? And how disrespectful is it to be coming to our country, siphoning off the resources that we should be getting as poor working class American citizens? And just think about the tension that this is going to innately create. It has no other solution but to create this type of tension. Look at this.
Another day, another chaotic scene at the southern border. Texas troopers forced to give chase. Hey! This after a group of migrants bailed out of a vehicle during a human smuggling attempt, and this was hardly the only dangerous incident in that crisis. Bill Malusian's back live at the border, Eagle Pass, Texas today. And Bill, good morning.
Bill, good morning to you. The month of November starting off here at our southern border, just like every other month down here, with large groups crossing in the early morning hours. Take a look at our live Fox drone right now. This is the remnants of a group of 300 that just crossed illegally in Normandy, Texas this morning, a tiny little town on the outskirts of Eagle Pass. That group, almost all of them single adults. You can take a look at our drone video we shot earlier this morning to get the full.
This is insane. This is insane, man. What y'all think the end game of all this is? Seriously, man. You have to understand why this is being allowed to happen, man. Put a number 11 in the chat if you think you got a good handle on why this is happening. And I'm gonna bet you that most of us, most of us are wrong a little bit when we think we know what the end game to all of this is. And I'm not saying that to be arrogant or nothing, like I know and you don't. It's just I have conversations with people. I have these type of shows, and I can. People don't understand the end game to all of this. All right, let's go.
Scope of that group, most of these people are coming in from countries that are not subject to Title 42, including Cuba and Venezuela. That means they will be processed and released into the United States, a majority of them at least. And Border Patrol describes a large group as 100 or more migrants. And in just this Del Rio sector alone, Border Patrol reports they have had more than 50 of these large groups just since October 1st. This video you're looking at from Normandy, the exact same spot where we had a group of 400 cross illegally on Sunday morning. And then take a look at this video out of El Paso, Texas yesterday. This was a clash between migrants crossing illegally into the El Paso area and Border Patrol agents. You'll see a large group of migrants, predominantly Venezuelans, crossing the river and entering the El Paso area, one of them carrying a very large Venezuelan flag. Then you're going to see a line of Border Patrol agents respond and push them back into the river. They are armed with paintball guns and they are firing pepper balls at them once they get into the water. Why are they doing that? CBP says one of the migrants assaulted a Border Patrol agent with a flagpole, and another migrant threw a rock at a Border Patrol agent and injured that agent. That is why they had to use those crowd control measures. This video is provided to us by an activist at the scene. She told us she did see a rock thrown at Border Patrol. CBP's Office of Professional Responsibility now investigating this incident. Lastly, take a look at this video we embedded with the Kinney County Sheriff's Department as they pulled over a speeding vehicle with paper plates. You guessed it. They take a look inside the vehicle. 8 illegal immigrants being smuggled inside by a female U.S. citizen. She was arrested and charged. And back out here live, law enforcement tells us they are starting to see a lot more U.S. citizens getting wrapped up in both drug smuggling and human smuggling as they are.
All right. Yeah, this is just the catalyst, y'all. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, man. All right, let's go, man. We got more, man. We got more, man. Got more, man.
Welcome to the Farrah Show on television. First tonight, coming to America. All of our relatives did at one point. On the left-hand side of your screen.
Nah, not all of ours. Some of us come from right here in America, man. Born and raised. Peoples ain't never come from nowhere, from right here. Yeah, you try doing that at that Chinese border, they're going to blow your head off. That's why I say, y'all, this is being done strategically. This is being allowed to happen. Right? Or the Russian border. You try getting in Russia. See what happened to you. See, Russia and China got a real good thing going on. Right? Let's go.
Screen how my grandmother came to America. It was through Ellis Island. Her family escaped the pogroms and likely death in Ukraine. They came to America for safety and a better life. On the right hand, current pictures from the southern border, where last month nearly 250,000 people crossed illegally. That's roughly.
So just go ahead and double that to 500,000+, damn near a million. Whatever they tell us, double it off top.
The population of Norfolk, Virginia. Probably another 250,000 will come through in September. Almost all of them will claim asylum. They want to seek safety and a better life in America. But it's very different than those coming to Ellis Island. This picture is from the Texas Department of Public Safety, where they report the majority coming across the Rio Grande are from Venezuela. And the Venezuelans planted their country's flag, the Venezuelan flag, on an island in the Rio Grande. It's not the first time, of course, illegal immigrants have used the flag of their home country as a battle flag.
Right? Look at this. This is disrespectful, man. And at some levels, I'm going to say the people holding them flags, maybe they're not all illegal citizens. All right. You feel me?
We are no criminal, no, because you cross the border for the frontier, you are a criminal. Criminal is the person that I love everything for this country. I love the person, I love everything, but I don't understand the laws that it has the country about immigration. I don't understand because it's a country for immigration. Every South America, every Central American, every North American is an immigrant continent.
Y'all saying that.
I'm over here to feel the minority power of this country. You know, we are a force now that has been present for a while, and now that we're finding that they're trying to go against that force, and at the same time appropriate that force.
Now look at this, y'all. This is crazy. These are people from other countries. Illegal immigrants, not legal migrants. They're literally the inverse of that. They're illegal immigrants. Now, do y'all know the difference between a legal migrant and an illegal immigrant? Y'all know the difference between a migrant and immigrant? A migrant is a person who goes to another country for work and then returns to their country of origin when that said work is complete. An immigrant is a person who leaves the country due to the same thing, but also economic failure, and they leave to go be successful in another country, and they do not return. They don't have plans to return to their country of origin ever. That's the difference. And now we have illegal immigrants in our country, which means they're here to stay. They're here illegally, and they may have to have no plans of returning to where they come from. So now we get all this stuff. And look at these people, the disrespect. These are illegal immigrants from another country demanding that the American government give them legal rights. Rights that they didn't fight for, vote for. Their ancestors, their family ain't from here. Their family from Venezuela, Costa Rica, Mexico. Why don't y'all go petition the Venezuelan government and fight for y'all civil rights down there? Oh, my bad. They sold y'all out to the cartels and global interests. And now Venezuela is in the process of becoming denationalized and becoming globalized. And they got their fuckboy Maduro in there to do it. See, Chavez, this is what I liked about Hugo Chavez. Hugo Chavez wasn't an angel. I'm positive he has millions of skeletons in his closet, but he was for his country. He nationalized everything. Venezuela had one of the most prosperous governments outside of American government in the Western Hemisphere. He was putting them back on the gold standard. He was nationalized all the oil producing companies, and the Venezuelan people were beginning to eat. He was providing free education to people who wanted to become nurses and the medical staff. Hugo Chavez was the best thing that happened to Venezuela in Venezuelan history. And you see what they did to him. Now they got their fuckboy Maduro in there, who's allowing all these companies from all over the world to come in and just rape Venezuela. Literally rape Venezuela. economically, societally, infrastructurally wise. Yes. To where they have a poverty rate that is one of the lowest in the Western Hemisphere. And now they're sending all them people up here. And these people got the nerve to call us lazy. They got the nerve to wave that Venezuelan flag when the Venezuelan government don't give a damn about y'all. That is very disrespectful to us American citizens. These people are demanding citizenship. Imagine that. Imagine a bunch of Americans marching over to goddamn Russia and telling Putin we demand to be Russian citizens. Try to get across that border illegally and see what happened to you. Yeah, I'm talking about destroyed their governments, man, with puppets like Maduro. We produce these countries feel like America owes them something. And it's not America that owes. It's not, listen, it's not us that owe y'all. The American government, and this is not fair to us. This is why I say y'all it's about to go down, because now they sucking and siphoning from our blood, sweat, and tears. The very things that they should be doing for us, they doing for them. We have a insurmountable American homeless population that is increasingly growing every single year. Why aren't they building these apartment complexes that they popping up in all the rural areas in the major cities in America, my city being one? All these big, huge apartment complexes they're building. Why aren't they saying to the poor people of Columbus, Ohio, here's a voucher. Here's $12,000 in food stamps. Here's $6,000, $7,000 in cash on a card. You know, if you don't got license, we're going to give you a car. Or if you don't have transportation, this is stuff that could be doing for the American citizens to boost the economy and pay everybody a living wage. They don't want to do that, though. They want to still pay these slave wages. So if they bring these illegals up here, they don't mind working at Family Dollar for $10 an hour, $11 an hour. They're used to making $2 a day. They're used to living in pure sufferation, houses with no running water. They don't have welfare. They don't get food stamps. Do you understand? So when you get a whole millions of people coming in who used to coming from economically, I'm talking about economically fucked countries like Venezuela, and they can come up here illegally, get a job working at Family Dollar, making $12 an hour, $11, $12 an hour. But I work here, they work there, their wife works there, and their son works there, their daughter works here. They all live in the same house. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Y'all got to understand what's happening. And it's very disrespectful for you people. Yes, you people, you illegals, and I'm addressing y'all as such because that's what y'all are economically. Y'all are illegals. Y'all are not American citizens. Yeah. And I know that to be true. It's crazy, man. And then they come up here waving their flags, though. Like, how you got pride in your country don't give a fuck about you. This is the levels of delusion that has been indoctrinated in these Central and South American so-called Latino people. They have been indoctrinated with what is called or known as Latin liberation theology. We got our version of it called Black liberation theology, which is the antithesis of Latin. Right? Liberation theology. All of them stemming from communistic, ideology and theology. Right? Look at these people. We produce, we demand a fair path to citizenship. How you, man, this is crazy, man. How are illegal, listen here, y'all, man. What legal means do these people have to demand our government to give them citizenship? What about the people who went through the rigorous, not at all easy process of getting their U.S. citizenship the right way? I have nothing against the people from all over the world who came to America legally. You did all the steps and procedures you needed to do to become a U.S. citizen. You went through the process of learning whatever you need to learn as far as American history, the way the government works, blah, 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 blah. And then you got sworn in as a citizen. Respect to those people, because that means they have a respect for American culture. They have a respect for American values, where there's nothing like the values from the countries most of y'all come from. Most of us don't come from, in America, we don't have a blatant, well, we kind of do now. But up until recent times, we haven't had a blatant, outright communistic, totalitarian system of government in America like how we do now. That's why America was the bastion of society of the world, the bastion of multiculturalism and melting pot and freedom and liberation, when it absolutely is not. And I understand people who come here and become do the correct pathway to citizenship, because what they learn is that it ain't easy getting American citizenship, and American society isn't all that easy. It's great than most countries y'all come from, but even when you come here after living here, you start seeing like, hold on, America is corrupt. But after spending all that time in America, becoming the legal citizen, the legal way, the right way, the correct way, you still you form a sense of American pride, which you have earned the right to do. And I stand right beside and next to my brethren and sister who got here legally. It's the illegals that's the issue. Because the people who pay taxes, who are legal immigrants, meaning they legally moved from their homeland to here and have no plans on going back to their homeland, but they pay taxes, they're actual U.S. citizens. Nothing but respect from the people who went through that rigorous process, because I know what type of process it is, because I know people personally from other countries who live here and then went through the whole process, and it ain't easy. The people who are getting here legally is getting it way easier than the people who get here legally. Or should I say, the illegal immigrants is getting stuff that the legal immigrants don't get. So I understand their plight as well. Man, that's disrespectful as I don't know what. These people are demanding citizenship. So this will be letting y'all know that we the people of the United States of America, we have no say-so in this matter whatsoever. And to think that we do, I think it's kind of silly. Let's go. Not American love tamales too. These people, the nerve of these illegal immigrants. The nerve. Why aren't y'all doing this shit in y'all's country? Why aren't y'all doing this shit in Mexico? Why don't y'all go petition the Mexican government for this shit? Why aren't y'all talking to the Venezuelan government, Maduro and them? Why aren't y'all doing that? Oh, because they will butcher y'all down. They butcher their citizens down there. They got their goon squad called the cartels doing their shock and awe tactics on the citizenry. I'm just saying, man. My man Uncle Diggity in the building. I'm just saying, Uncle Diggity. Don't, when you conquer a territory or invading a territory and you plant your flag on their soil, isn't that a declaration of war or a declaration of defeat in war? And you are now claiming this land as yours? Do y'all understand? This is what I'm saying. These people from these foreign countries have been indoctrinated with Latin liberal ideology and theology. Do y'all understand what that is? I'm gonna have to do a show breaking that down. They basically been indoctrinated with a specifically tailored form of communism, totalitarianism, fit for the mindset of indoctrinated so-called Latino people or Spanish-speaking people. Latino isn't a race. It's a social class. It's like the caste system of India. Already. See, my brother, Mr. Pringles, the barber, just hit me up. I got a haircut appointment at 11, but he said 11:20, so that give me a little bit more time to chop it up with y'all about this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna sit up here and do this. I'm gonna drop the link, and anybody that want to come up on the early side on this beautiful Saturday, man, you can sit up there, come up and speak on this. The foreign pretty boy, Uncle Diggity, man, I appreciate if y'all could come up and speak on this real quick, because y'all know all about this right here, man. Y'all been dealing with this for all y'all's life, basically. We just now getting hip to this stuff out here in our areas, as far as like to the level where it's at now. You know what I'm saying? It's very disrespectful. I'm gonna finish playing this video, y'all. Anybody who want to come up, hit that link. You know what I'm saying? Y'all more than welcome to come up, man. You know what I'm talking about? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to this page, sharing social engineering, support the show, support your interests. My brother Uncle Diggity, you know what I'm saying? He's a member. You feel me? You see, he got the rent from the man. Listen, my brother Uncle Diggity, man. Become a member, man. We're about to have hella perks for y'all. We're about to have hella events going on. There's gonna be all types of good stuff of being a goddamn member and shit to the page, man. My man, yeah, my fault, man. My fault, y'all. Let me bring that back up. I'm about to bring my brother, the former pretty boy, up too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring you up. We're gonna finish watching this video, brother. It's only a couple seconds before pretty boy, and then I'm gonna hand it to you, brother. Just want to play the rest of this video. So it's like literally 30 seconds left. How disrespectful this is. Look at the flags. You got Mexican flag. Hold on, let me show y'all that, man. Mexican flag, Venezuelan flags, Colombian flags. I mean, these people from all over Central and South America, man. This is just getting out of control and out of hand. The foreign pretty boy, what's good with you, bro? Oh, he dropped out. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Listen, man. The disrespect is just blatant. You know? And like I said, man, these people come to our country. They don't speak the language.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it dropped you or something, man. You know, StreamYard be in conjunction with YouTube. That be,
Also,
it just be
also
blitzing.
Also, because I'm in the airport probably too as well.
Oh
So
yeah. You know, Devon Pretty Boy stay traveling and all that stuff, man. You know what I'm talking about. Go ahead, shoot, spit your gun, talk your shit, bro.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just try to stand still.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a place where
Would you
the
get this? Would you
reception's
get
a lot
up
better.
back?
Let me go up over here because I was sitting in like a little you know greeting room or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, man, these motherfuckers.
Go
Telling
ahead.
them, bruh.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and rock. I'm about to run downstairs and grab my. I'm gonna go grab me something to drink real quick, and I'll be right back before Pretty Boy. Go ahead, bro.
So yeah, what the agenda is here. It's here now, right now. So I'm just telling people get prepared for what's about to come. So what's about to come is something that's going to change the whole world. The UN Agenda 2030 is in full effect. Like right now, I'm here in SFO, San Francisco International Airport, and I'm telling you that all the jobs and stuff that people think that that kind of belong to us or that our folks fought for, they not even ours. It's like they're everybody's. Anybody could come here and work. You know what I mean? Anybody. Majority of people that work here ain't even from here. This is one of the biggest, most busiest airports in the country. You know what I mean? But the majority of people that work here ain't even from here. You know. So at the end of the day, it's like we got to pay attention to little things just like that, just like this. You know, look at your job markets, and it's crazy because this city right here in California, right? This city right here, the GDP is about $750 billion. Just this one city, right? $750 billion. That's just the city. We're not talking about the county. We're not talking about all of the Bay Area. And then, you know what I'm saying, uh, the next metropolis is Los Angeles. And it's like $1.4 trillion, just that city alone. It's like that's more than most states in this country, just that one city. So that's why our migration problem is through the roof. Because where you gonna run to? You gonna run to the money. Where the money at is where they run to. They're not gonna run to some place in the middle of Nebraska.
Right.
They coming where the money's at. Because the majority of the people is like, they got family here that hop that fence. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, mijo, you should come, mijo. It's like, and mijo jump that fence and he come over here, he's all settled. He's all settled. And the thing is, they do what we don't. It's like once they come here, they say, okay, you live here. This is the person you need to talk to get the job. Oh, and they just network amongst each other. That's why you see them all of a sudden. Next thing you know, they setting up shop, just like you said, Virgil. Where you at? They setting up shop already. Boom. It's like, and the thing is, one goes and sets up shop. This is how they really do it, though. See, one of my friends, he's Indian, right? And so what happens is they come here, and one will set up shop, and then he'll hire the next person that comes, and he'll have him work there for a little while. He'll set him up in a place that, like, he only got to pay like $500 for a room or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that dude will just stack his chips. Then he'll put his money into the business, and then they'll buy another. You see what I'm saying? Then he'll run that, and then he'll hire the next person. You know what I'm saying? And they'll just they'll stack their chips. Boom. They say, boom, and they get the business loans real easy because if you notice, like a lot of them get a business loan quick like that. You know what I'm saying? To open up a restaurant, they'll give them that. off top. They'll be like, oh yeah, because they know it's gonna make it. Like they'll know that they'll make money. The banks know that they'll make money off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because how many Mexican restaurants? You know what I'm saying? How many Indians own 7-Elevens? Well, if they want to, you know what I'm saying? They be like, come here. They'll be like, oh, so the bank will be like, we know that's a win-win situation. Though. Yeah, cool. Come on in. It's like my dude, my Indian dude, bro. He told my Indian dude told me, he was like, I asked him about opening up his 7-Eleven. So he has 3 of them, right? I asked him, I was like, dude, like, how long did it take you? He was like, to like sit down and go through. He was like, it took like 2 hours. I was like, what? I was like, what? That's all it took? You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, they gave it to me right there and then. I was just like, oh, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bruh, for real? He was like, yeah.
Now, let me,
he was like, yeah.
Wisdom before pretty boy, but let me say this pertaining to the restaurants, right? Now, I found this out personally because one of the food trucks that I go to, I've been going for a minute because it's literally right around the corner from my house out of about 6. That's basically in walking distance where I live, basically, more or less. And, you know, because he got the good quesadilla tacos, and then I just, you know, I talked to him like, and I asked him some stuff. These banks, not only do they be getting these loans for the food trucks, mind you, a lot of these people, most of them are illegal. They get loans for their food trucks, and they also get discounts through the bank on the products that they buy as far as food stuff. I didn't know. Listen. I didn't know that Huntington Bank in my city. I'm gonna look into this bank where I also bank personally and business wide. I didn't know they were getting those incentives to illegal citizens to start up their food trucks, and they're in partner with places like GFS, Costco, Cisco Food Company. I didn't realize. I said, so everybody's eating off of this here illegal immigration situation, even down to the local level. So it's just corrupt all across the board.
That's why they don't want it to stop.
Yeah, I just wanted to. You said that. I'm in the cut. You said that about they get the loans to get the businesses and you know and how they help each other out. And I'm like, damn, that's exactly how it's going too. Because that's how my boy's name was. His name was Enrique. I can't remember what his name is. We're calling Ricky, but his name was Enrique. He got the banging quesadilla tacos, man, good as hell. You know what I'm talking about? He put me up on game and all that. So that's why I say I like when y'all dudes from California come up here because y'all already experienced this stuff to the highest level that we just now starting to see.
Yeah, that's why they don't want it to stop, bro. It's like that's why. It's like because they'll take losses. You know what I'm saying? It's like the other day, I was like, you know, sometimes I float around on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what people talking about. You know what I'm saying? And bruh, it's amazing how many people are just like totally brainwashed, bruh.
Right.
It's like it's crazy, and they're out there screaming, and they're just spreading all kind of nonsense information, and it's getting to the masses. You know, it's like this one dude told me he was like, what are they there for? Okay, so this dude was in Georgia, right? And he was trying to tell me about he was trying to tell me about California politics. I was like, bro, wait a minute, hold up. I was like, what do you know about that? Well, you know, all you have to do is check the stats. And I was like, check the stats? Bro, I live here. I was like, I live here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I live in one of the most expensive places in the world to live, bro. I know exactly what's going on, bro. It's like, dude, and it was incredible. He's like, well, what are they doing? He's like, they don't want to do anything. They're not hurting anybody. He's like, they're just coming to work. He was like, who are you gonna get to pick your fruit and food? I was like, bruh, they not the only people that work in them fields.
Right.
I was like, I know white boys that work in them fields, so don't be fooled. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're not the only ones that work in the agriculture field out here in California.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they'll go get their little summer job or whatever and be like, they'll get their seasonal job and they'll pick. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I'm saying? Anybody could go pick.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like they try to shut it down and push other people away out of it because, you know what I'm saying? Vatos Locos, they don't complain. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but like he was like they're not. He was like, do you realize that the most of the crime is coming from the people that are actually from here? Well, duh. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't go to no other country and commit crimes. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? Who does that? That's just ultimate disrespect. It's like if you go to another country, you start committing crimes in that just means that you just don't give a shit about, the opportunities that you have. You know what I mean? It's that's why it's so disrespectful, and I take it personal. And I think all of us should take it personal. They're just basically,
100%. I take it very personal.
you know what I'm saying? You come to our place, live off our taxes, and then you go out and commit crimes.
Crimes.
You know what I'm saying? That's just disrespectful, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It's like you should be deported immediately because you're showing no respect to the people, not just the government, but the people, because it's coming out of our pockets.
Coming to our neighborhoods, our community,
our neighborhood. It's kind of like if we spend the most money on defense out of any country in the world. We spend I think it's like $3 trillion on defense, right? It's like we spending all this money and then on defense, and they don't build no weapons or nothing, and don't protect the country. Right. That's disrespectful to us. You know what I'm saying? That's the government's disrespecting us, and at the same time, you got the people that's coming in here that's disrespecting us at the same time. So it's basically us against them, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it us against them. And what I mean by us, I mean the people that are coming in here illegally, and the military-industrial complex, and the people, the citizens here. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a big change in the future, and people better really, really pay attention. You know what I mean? And it's already started. Like the clip you just showed, that's just one of many situations that's going on. You know this. You know what I'm saying? It's like they always rushing the border. That's not the first time that they rushed them agents at the border. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of clips of them beating up them dudes. You know what I'm saying? This one dude got the brakes beat off of him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who does that? I could imagine that happening, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I'm standing there and all of a sudden I get beat down. That's just ridiculous.
Right.
That's just like, it's so disrespectful, bro. It's like, it's, I don't understand. It's like, and the thing is, what are we willing to do as a nation? What are we willing to do about it? What, vote? They're not going to change it because it's in full effect. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to turn it around. How can you stop the machine? You know what I mean? They've already set the agenda. The UN agenda has already been set. It's like no one's going to stop
it. In motion right now. What we're seeing is the agenda in motion.
It's in motion. It's like, and it's not going in. I mean, it's not going to stop.
It's not reversing.
Keep doing it. Nope.
It's not reversing.
And it's not reversing. People think, oh, well, I'm going to vote in the next president. He's going to fix everything. No, he's not. He can't. He can't. Everything he tries to push through, he has executive order, but that doesn't mean the people of the shadow governments aren't gonna like set their agenda in full motion, because they already did it. They already did it in Nicaragua. People forget about that. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing that destabilized Nicaragua, the federal government did not Congress did not authorize that war to happen. But how was they getting the money? How was they getting the weapons? We was sending them weapons. But how? But the government wasn't giving them the weapons. What did they introduce to us to do that? The crack era. Okay, so they was like, okay, you're not going to give us. The Congress isn't going to give us that money. Guess what? We'll get it off the street, because they will make their money off the street, off of people out, me and you, basically. You know what I'm saying? If we dibbled and dabbled in that, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, and they kept doing it, and they'll do it again. You know what I'm saying? If Congress says no, we're not going to fund any wars, so what? The shadow governments will go behind their back and still make it happen. They've done it before, and they'll do it again.
They're doing it now.
Right now. They're doing it right now. They're doing it as we speak. It's like think about all these little so-called fiat wars that's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Little proxy wars.
It's like, yeah, exactly. Because at the end of the day, the Fed holds they're above the law anyways. You know what I'm saying? The Federal Reserve, they're above the law. They're above the law. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna, and whatever their cause is, they're gonna pay these CIA agents and things of this nature to get it done. And there's nothing that your congressperson, your senator can do about it. They better fall in line. If they don't, guess what? Eric Adams your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, DP, listen, bro, listen. And this is what I got to tell y'all. This is why I say we need to focus on who are the members of the Divine Nine, because they are still being used to get these agendas off, and then they publicly decapitate y'all, man. After y'all to sit up here and put us paws through the meat grinder. You understand what I'm saying? Look what happened with Eric Adams, man. This boy done got indicted, man. He goes down, man. He thought he escaped the first situation. Nah, man. And he better not be on none of them Diddy tapes, man. You feel me? DPP, we about to get up out of here, man. Go ahead and say your last words before I get on up through, man, because I got to get ready to go get my hair cut in a little bit, man.
Pay attention. Pay attention. It's going down. It's going down. It's the thing is, what are you willing to do?
That's the question.
You gotta protect your family. You gotta protect your peoples, everybody that's around you. You know what I'm saying? That you know and love. You better be ready to defend that shit. It's like at the end of the day, some of these people will just be like, okay, well, they're gonna do it, okay. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not okay. Stop letting these people feel comfortable, because the thing is, they'll lie to you and be like, oh, I'm just coming here to feed my family. No, they taking that money and they sending it back home to build up their countries and their nations and build up their neighborhoods and things of that nature. And see, the whole trick is this is what they do. They come over here, they hop the fence, they come over here, and then they go in as asylum seekers. Right? It's like, so then they go to their first hearing, and then their next hearing might not be for another 2 to 5 years.
Right.
Okay. So guess what? What are they going to do in between that time? They're going to work illegally under the table. They're going to collect money from the government, because a lot of them already know that they're going to get denied, especially the single men. They're going to get denied. You know what I'm saying? But they're so backlogged on cases and cases after cases. In between that time, they're going to work. They're going to send money back home. They're going to build a house. They're going to build a freaking compound. You know what I'm saying? And then when they get denied, you got to go back. They're like, cool. You know what I'm saying? I stacked. I got property back home. You know what I'm saying? I stacked. I got a business going back home. I built a restaurant. I built whatever back home. We can't do that. Our fight is right here. So stop letting these people feel comfortable. That's all I'm saying. If they like, look at, I speak Spanish, right? It's like, if they be like, oh, habla español, I'll be like, no, I don't speak Spanish.
Right.
And like, I won't even stop letting them feel comfortable. Stop allowing them to feel like they can just do anything that they want to do around you and to you while they're here. Like this flag flying, it's like that needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? I was so close the other day and just like setting the flag on fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? And burning one of the flags I seen flying in front of those people's house. So I was just like, oh, we got too many cameras. But at the end of the day, it's like, bro, okay, what are they gonna do? Destroying private property? And how is that even cool? How is that even cool? These people flying the flag of another nation on your soil. Declaration of war, like Uncle Diggity said.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. American people, we need to stand up because we need to stand up and do something more than just like voting.
Right.
But are we ready to do that? That's the question. Are you ready to do that? Are you willing to do that?
That's gonna be the next show. So I'm gonna do a show on that, man. Like, what is we really? What we willing to do? What we ready to do now? Because it's looking like a lot of us is ready to just lay down and just no homo, let it happen. You know, I appreciate you going up before, man.
Bro, look at. See my finger, bro.
Uh-huh.
My old ass out here still like knuckling up with these kids. See, look at my pinky, bro. I snapped my shit. See my hands, bro. I'm still knuckling up with these fools. I don't care, bro. It's like if they get out of pocket, I'm stealing. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to. I have to let the precedent be known that you're not gonna disrespect me and my people on my soil. It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And there needs to be more people that just be like, no, you're not gonna do this. Because they think we're a bunch of cowards. You know what I'm saying? We don't stand up against our government. You know what I'm saying? First off, you know what I'm saying? And some of those fools, they do stand up against their government. Don't get it twisted. They got some mad protests and stuff out there. They be dying for that shit. A lot of them, the ones that run are usually the ones that scared. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that stay, the criminal element. But the ones that stay, they over there protesting and doing all the same things. You know what I'm saying? But they just getting locked up and getting mashed on. So automatically, the ones that do run, they come over here and they think we cowards already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They think we cowards because they do like already. They think we cowards. Oh yeah, my country, we fight. But why aren't you still over there fighting?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they already come over here and they think we're cowards because there's no way that they feel that you're black. You know what I'm saying? They brought you into slavery because they know our story. Because the one thing I learned by living overseas that America is the world's whore. You know what I'm saying? That's at the end of the day, we exploit ourselves and they exploit us. So they tell our story everywhere. A lot of them know our story as black people. They know our story. They know that they put us in bondage, but yet we get put in bondage and then they set us so-called free and we want to have a seat next to the people that put you in bondage? What sense does that make? You know what I'm saying? When you really think about it, you're supposed to be like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be equal power, but it never is. You see what I'm saying? So they already have this preconceived notion about us being punks. So, but at the end of the day, you're not gonna come to my country and treat me like the way you think over there.
Right.
So, a shout out to all you illegals out there that thinking that some of us is soft and just gonna let you fly. Test me. I'm letting it be known off top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen.
I'm about to have a baby, man. I'm about to have a baby. You know what I'm saying? And there's no way I'm gonna let her think, her growing up thinking that daddy's just gonna sit down and let fools do whatever they want because you guys are out here doing some heinous crimes on our soil. And it needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? And if I catch you, you know what I'm saying? If I catch you, I'm calling immigration, I'm calling ICE, and if they don't do nothing, I'm gonna do something.
Right.
All right, Virgil. I know it's I know, you know, you ain't got that much time.
That's why I like when you and specifically Uncle Diggity come up because You know, y'all from the turf. Y'all from where all this stuff happened. Y'all experience firsthand and still experience to this day. So, you know what I'm talking about? I love
Dude,
when
I
y'all
went to school with illegals. I went to school. I went to elementary school with illegals. So this shit's been going on in my life for almost my damn near whole life. So it's like, dude,
Yeah, I feel
you
your
know what I'm
pain,
saying?
bro.
And
I'm saying right now, if these listen, I'm not a thug, I'm not a gangster. I don't condone violence. I would never encourage anybody to go do anything. Like I tell people, I always tell y'all, you do whatever's necessary to protect your family, man. I ain't gonna whatever
exactly.
that is, you come up with that. You figure that out. But I would never tell you to not defend yourself and protect your shit, man. And I'm telling you something right
And we
here.
need to start protecting our soil. This is our soil.
Our shit, man.
We didn't migrate here. We didn't migrate here. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't got nowhere to run back to. You
know
feel
what I'm
me?
saying? So don't come over here disrespecting us. You know what I'm saying? That needs to stop. It's like, oh, well, we need to vote and we need to kumbaya. Fuck that.
Fuck all
Ain't no
that.
kumbaya. You know what I'm
Fuck all
saying?
that.
Because it's not gonna happen.
Right.
It
All right,
ain't no kumbaya.
Man. You enjoy your day, man. Have a safe flight, brother.
Yeah, I'm going to Houston, Texas. Here I come.
Okay, that's what's
My
up.
girl already down there. She already down there visiting family, so I'm gonna just catch up with her. I had to work, so
That's what's
you know
up,
what I'm saying.
man. You have safe travels, man, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, fam.
My brother, deformed pretty boy. Listen here, man. I don't condone violence. I'm not a guy who promotes violence. I'm not a fear monger. I'm never going to tell y'all to go physically do anything to anybody, right? But I am always going to tell you that you protect your life, liberty, and your property and your family however you see fit. You do it. That's your right, not only as a child of the Most High God, Yeshua Mashiach, but as a U.S. citizen, that is your right as well. And I can encourage you to do it however you see fit, right? No hatred towards any illegal immigrants. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. But so if y'all who come up here and think y'all about to come up here and be disrespecting us, committing these crimes against our women, pulling title on us, try to impose your weak ass Trende Aragua, MS-13, CIA orchestrated gang and shock and all scare tactics on us, stop it. Y'all ain't that deep up here yet. And I'm saying, and I know I'm speaking for Columbus, Ohio specifically, we ain't going. We ain't going. Y'all ain't that deep. We ain't going. And then I'm saying to not know, not think, not guess, believe, to not know that the people in charge in our corrupt ass government don't understand the fallout that's what's going to happen due to this policies. Y'all silly if y'all think they don't know what's going to happen or highly potentially happen. The race war between us and whites in America, the race war that they try to promote between white and black American citizens, it didn't work. So what they're going to do, because we got American pride, we might have our racial differences due to slavery and all of that, right? But one thing we both have is pride in being Americans, and we both have pride in our families and stuff. We realize that we're in the same situation, no matter if we're white or black, because contrary to popular opinion, most of the white people in America are poor, just like us. And we realize the wool that has been pulled over our eyes. We've been working with each other. We've been intermingling with each other for the past 100-something years. We realize that it's not all of us. So when that didn't work, now they're bringing in the illegals who have been indoctrinated to not only hate specifically us, but everything about American society, even the white folks too, because you got to think they got taken over by so-called white folks, really Khazarians, in their countries too. So they've been hit with Stockholm syndrome indoctrination, just like we have in America. That's the difference between Black liberation ideology and Latin liberation ideology, all stemming from the same communistic Khazarian in disguise, the Khazarian communist in disguise mindset. And by Khazarians, I mean the real people who claim to be used. That's really running this shit. And trying to destroy what we got going on over here in order to induct us in this global situation. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the former Pretty Boy for coming up. I always appreciate when y'all come up and have that insight. When this specific conversation, especially, like I said, y'all lived in it. Y'all been living this y'all entire whole life. So y'all know what's going on with this stuff, man. You know what I mean? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. I'm about to get up through. Y'all enjoy y'all's day. I'm about to go get a fresh haircut. Later on the night at 9 o'clock, we're going to have the show. You know what I'm saying? Why do women be in so much competition with each other? Why they hate each other so much? I'm going to pull it up on the screen for y'all because I know that's not the title. It's something like that, though. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get that show jumping off for y'all. You did. Let me pull it up for y'all real quick so we can get up through. You know? Appreciate everybody coming out, showing that support. Yeah, man, this is going to be the show for later on this afternoon. We pull it up on the screen for y'all. So I say later on this evening, 9 o'clock tonight for your Saturday enjoyment pleasure. We got, why is there so much animosity amongst Black women? You know, so I'm going to have Nakia back on the show, and we're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Saturday night conversation, man. Why is there so much animosity amongst y'all? We're going to get right to it, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering. Right? We're going to close out. You know what I'm talking about? My brother King Els, do you did? Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday afternoon, man. We'll be back later on tonight. Got that show, man. Why is so much animosity?
It's a guy sipping, banana wood smoking, full wheel rolling, game always open. Damn, I'm the illest, pussy, I'ma kill this. This that trill nigga rap, getting low, get it back. This I never been a fraud flow, post hate God flow, still at the top, so I had to let them all know. Brunch on the coast, man, the views looking great. The next play, my B-Bam, a house on the lake. So fuck what haters say, ain't no way they relate. I just play it how I play, now I need another say. Told them lame niggas catch up. I don't got no beat, so no way that they could catch up. Overdue next up, I'll be buying no Hawaii, connecting no Siamese, hot note wasabi, checking on my timepiece. Can't waste a second, yo. Jelly on my toast, never check the nigga, check your hoe and let her go. I ain't never been a rest haven, y'all niggas crutches. Just a couple of things I think about while splitting my Dutchess. Not to be fucked with, but cooler than the iceberg. When I swerve, all eyes on from every fly bird. Now my passport tatted like the J train to Brooklyn. Washing dishes at the table, now what G's cooking. She tasted better than grandmama's soul food. Old fools always say the most when they old news. I sound dope over horns, I speak royalty. Sent her home early cause you be a norm king. You niggas need to learn how to play your role. Everybody ain't a starter, all these chains ain't real gold. They be smiling in your face, probably party with your enemy. No matter what, never let them drain you of your energy. King.